What's up, guys? Welcome back to Casting Couch Podcast. This is Inside the Locker Room. We got two new guests here. We got Billy and Liam. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
All you?
Yeah, okay, fine. What's up? Liam McCarron. Went to high school with these clowns. Year older, but yeah, excited to talk some NBA. Really just a hockey guy, but yeah, let's go.
I'm Billy. Same thing. Went to high school with these guys. Been friends a long time. Just here to talk about the NBA. Know a lot about basketball. Watch the NBA out of mostly anything, any sport.
All right, we got Matt here from the first and second podcast.
We back, baby.
And myself, Devin. All right, we're going to kick this off with the NBA awards. We got Giannis winning the MVP, a bit of a debate between him and James Harden. So let's start off with that. Billy, what do you think?
I was on the Harden train all year. The 35 points per game really sold me, but I do.
Wasn't it 36?
I thought it was 35, like 0.6.
We round down here.
36.1 points per game.
36. I thought he deserved it, but I know why they gave it to Giannis, because of the most wins in the league, and he was the most valuable to his team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think we cannot stress this enough that Harden's season was just unbelievable. It's something we haven't seen since Kobe Bryant, but at the end of the day, the award goes to the best all-around player, and I think it was actually Giannis this year by not a landslide, but it was those two at the top. It was those two, and then the drop-off.
Yeah.
I think the biggest case for James Harden was the hole that he brought the team out of. They were 11 and 14, and then he just went on that 30-point per game run for I forget exactly how many games it was, but his usage rate, I think, was a little too high for it to really be considered a most valuable player to his team overall. I think he was definitely one of the most impressive individual performances throughout an entire season that we've seen maybe in the last decade. But I just think that Giannis overall, what he did for his team, drawn people from all the three-point shooters so that they could get involved, and obviously, like you said, the best record in the league. So I think they got it right, but it was definitely a toss-up. You could go either way.
I think Giannis definitely deserves it. I mean, he's one of those players that just kind of makes the players around him a lot better. I mean, you look at the talent around him. I mean, Malcolm Brogdon.
Nasties.
Brogdon's nasty.
Nasties.
Chris Middleton. I mean, that guy was never really anything until a couple years ago. I think Giannis is really just one of those true leaders. He brings the best out of his teammates. Can you say the same for Harden? I don't know, with all these Chris Paul reports coming out. Plus, you touch upon most wins.
Man boobs.
Shut up, Barry.
Man boob?
Shut up, Barry and Skip.
McCockiner. Skip Bayless. But I definitely think well-deserved by Giannis. He brings a unique game. I don't think we've ever seen it before. You see the 3 steps to the rim. He can stretch the floor with 4 or 5 steps and get it to the rim.
And we haven't really seen a big man quite like him in a long time.
If Giannis works on his shot, he's gonna be a scary player.
He shot 25.6% from 3.
Yeah.
Huge.
So
he definitely he will be
He came on in the
scary.
playoffs, though. He was making threes in the playoffs.
KD level if he gets a shot.
Definitely. He has the same kind of release point if he gets any sort of 2-point, 3-point jumper.
How big you are.
No.
He's longer than you. Those two guys.
But definitely a nice little speech from him.
That's
Almost got a little teary-eyed, but
all these suck in the NBA.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move on to Rookie of the Year, Luka Doncic.
Let's go.
Between him, DeAndre Ayton, and
Let's go.
Trae Young. So I think it was really only a toss-up between him and Trae Young. I don't even think it was a toss-up. Trae Young came in after the All-Star break, but Luka Doncic just
huge Luka guy.
Definitely a Luka guy.
Screw Trae. That guy got no game compared to my boy Luka.
Stop.
Me and Billy over here have been debating it all year.
Big Trae.
But my dog Luka brings it home. What is he? Croatian. Brings it home for the fucking boys in Croatia. Love to see it.
Luka is a dude. His mom smoked, his girlfriend smoked.
Oh my god.
Just the guy's winning on and off the court. But no, I think they both had just tremendous seasons for rookies, but I think Luka's experience literally playing in a professional league for 2 years definitely
Yeah.
helped him. But
Not a rookie.
at the same point, he is a rookie.
No, he is an NBA rookie. If Ben Simmons was a rookie, then Luka
Here goes
Doncic is a
fangirl
rookie.
Trey over here.
But Trae Young had an unbelievable season. I don't like Trae, but give credit where credit's due, and it's going to be interesting because of the trade that happened, they're going to be compared
We've
to.
always said that.
They're going to be compared to for the rest of eternity.
That trade is just
It's
what it's going to live to. It's those two guys are just going to be labeled as
What
who's
pick-
better, who's better.
What
3
pick
and
did he?
4?
3 and
yeah.
4.
Wait, what did
3
that
and
end
4.
up?
They swapped. Trey went 3, but moved
Mhm.
down, right?
Yeah.
Trey was picked first.
I don't know what the package
right?
was,
Or
but I think
it?
it's
Or was it
relevant.
Luka was
forget.
picked- I forget it too. It was.
But I mean,
I'm looking
yeah.
at it.
The Hawks got the 10 pick this year out of it. They got Cameron.
Yeah.
Then they
out of it.
moved. They get 17 for who? Crab.
So wait, the final trade was Luka for Trae and
And
a
Reddick,
pick.
basically.
for
Yeah.
Cam Reddish.
Yeah.
It turned into
basically.
the 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think either team can complain. Hawks improve for a little bit in the long run, and
the
then
Hawks young core is
the
legit
Mavericks
right
get
now.
a closer.
Dude,
and,
they have like
Hawks and Pelicans young core is legit right now.
yeah,
I
a
said
lot of teams on the come up in the next few
Hawks
years.
next year will have 2 max open after Solomon Hill's contract.
I don't know
Yeah.
how many people they can attract to Atlanta.
Luka-
And
If Trae Young and John Collins keep playing like they do,
I guess that's true.
Luka was
Somewhat.
picked 3rd and Trae was
Okay.
picked 5th.
but
Fifth,
the
okay.
Hawks picked.
And then my boy
Luka
the
moved down.
bag man going 2nd overall.
Also had a good year for a while.
Him and De'Aaron are gonna be
Yeah,
they're gonna be
De'Aaron.
cooking
Mhm.
next year.
De'Aaron had a very good year.
But on to 6-man, Lou Williams. I don't think it was really even a competition.
Yeah.
Lou Williams is going to be top 3 contender for 6-man of the year till he retires.
It's like Jamal Crawford every year.
Bucket.
Yeah.
Every year comes off the bench.
He
gives you
plays
30.
like 30 minutes
Yeah,
a game
Yeah.
though, off
He's-
the
It's
bench.
weird.
Yeah,
He
he
could
does.
he could be a top 3 like starter on most
Yeah.
teams.
Some guys like to do that. though.
No, yeah, I read
They
a-
come in 5 minutes into the game and they heat up.
Yeah, I
It
read
was, it was like Manu Ginobili.
Yeah,
He was always a contender for
I
6
read
man
a
of the
quote
year.
by Lou that was like he likes to come in off the bench because then he gets a feel for the way the game
The
is
game's
without being
moving,
like
Yeah.
thrown into it.
You
And,
get thrown into
Like
a game.
starters are starters, but honestly,
Yeah.
playing the game that they did it, that's a factor with how
Yeah.
far they got.
NBA
Yeah.
bench is a huge thing in the NBA right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
People, look at the Warriors. They loaded up so much on their starters. If you get hurt,
Mhm.
you got no help in the back.
Nope.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
lost guys like Patrick McCaw. Like those were big important guys on bench.
Yeah.
Big
Team,
guys.
bro.
You're a deeper team. You're gonna have more success if guys go down.
It's the deeper you are, obviously, the better your chances are gonna be. But
That's why.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why the Raptors just won. They're just an all-around good team.
So yeah, we saw Budenholzer win coach, Gobert win defensive player of the year. I mean,
Pascal Siakam for most
yeah,
improved.
that's a well deserved.
There's an international
I like
frenzy.
Yeah.
I like D'Lo,
Yeah,
but
literally.
I'll deal with it.
When was the last time a non-American won the MVP? Steve Nash, right?
Well, who is it? James
Steve Nash,
Harden,
Canadian.
James Harden, Westbrook, Curry,
Curry.
KD won one.
Durant.
KD, LeBron,
Yeah, so
Steph. Or
Yeah.
you're
I
seeing
would
a
say
new era almost.
I don't think there was a single like American-born player in this MVP or in the NBA awards because Luka, Giannis, Siakam.
Yeah.
Lou.
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 Will.
Okay,
I
yeah,
think it was
Lou.
only Lou.
I think
Will.
it's
Yeah.
Lou, yeah.
But yeah, definitely some
Siakam.
diversity. But we're gonna step to the next topic.
Country.
NBA draft 2019. We're gonna talk about probably mostly Celtics, but
I want to hear some picks we loved and some picks we hated by any team.
Mhm.
Definitely some Celtics talk.
You gotta pull up the draft.
Picks we hated.
I'm gonna pull up
Suns
the
at
doc.
11.
Yeah, so, that was
Suns.
many people's
Hated.
thoughts. Cam
Suns.
Johnson, a little bit of a reach
Oh,
at 11. They traded down with the
Yeah.
T-Wolves.
Yeah, they got. Who did
They
they get out of it?
Saric.
Yeah.
oh my God, this is Hachimura at 9. I forgot that happened.
Yeah.
That was gross.
So everybody knew Zion was going first overall.
Yeah.
A lot of people predicted that Ja was going to go to the
The
Grizzlies.
first 3 were.
The
First three were kind of a lock. DeAndre Hunter to the Lakers.
No, it's no Pelicans.
Pelicans.
Oh yeah,
no,
because
no.
or that was
the Hawks, right?
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
he's
because
the
that
Hawks.
was the
Oh, yeah,
Lakers'
they
old pick.
traded
They
that.
traded
Yeah.
that.
Grab that too.
Yeah, that's right. it just shows up as the Lakers here.
Because that's who it was.
Yeah.
It's because none of the trades went through yet.
I love Carson Edwards to the Celtics. I'm a big Purdue guy, and I loved watching him through all of March Madness. He got hot, and I could not be happier that the Celtics picked him up.
Arguably one of the best players in the tournament.
Best scoring guard.
I'm surprised that he went as late as he did. He went second round, pick?
What is he, junior?
40-something?
Yeah, he was a junior, sophomore.
One pick I hated was probably, I'm going to agree with Liam, the Hachimura pick. Guy probably projected to go 12 through 20?
He was out of the lottery, and instead he falls into the top 10.
Also, hate to be this guy, did not like the Romeo pick.
Oh, come on.
Did not like the Romeo pick.
I remember, I'm a Wisconsin guy to the listeners, but I remember Langford playing Wisconsin with a broken thumb and him dropping 33 on our asses. Like, it was no big deal and basically single-handedly won Indiana the game.
He's a very lazy player. Something
He's-
I don't like about it.
He's also still like 18, and
Yeah.
so we also wait
coachable
for,
traits.
Yeah, we also wait for we expect these kids to be good now, but they still are growing into their bodies. Like at the end of the day, look at pictures of LeBron and Durant when they were coming into the league. They looked scrawny as shit, and now LeBron's just a fucking freak.
Yep.
Yeah.
Picks we loved.
I mean, obviously the top three were a lock.
Yeah.
But I loved the Ja Morant era in Memphis.
Yeah.
I think that's
they moved Conley before it, so
Yeah.
you knew it was coming after that. But
they're going to be young.
you drop Conley's contract and you get this kid that's.
Do they still have Chandler Parsons?
I think they do have him.
If they don't have him, they're still paying him. I'm
Jackson
pretty
Jr.
sure.
Yeah.
Last year's draft too was very good for one.
Valanciunas.
Yeah.
He's pretty young, right?
He is on the Grizzlies
You got a
still.
few max open.
It's a young core.
Yeah.
But
That's all it is. Build a young team and get.
and
some
I
max
think a
contracts.
young point guard is probably the most important thing because that's the hardest position to develop. If you're a big man like Zion, he's just going to fit right in. You just toss the ball up to him, he's going to do what he does. But Ja Morant being able to learn over a few years, maybe having some diversity with or adversity, with losing, and I think that's just going to develop him as a player. RJ Barrett to the Knicks, I think he's meant for big time in New York.
I really liked RJ in college, man. He averaged more than Zion with points. He's a player, man.
He's a scorer.
He was ranked 1 in that class for so long.
I remember when he came out of high school and USA played Canada and he lit them up.
He's always been the FIBA U18 or something.
Yeah, he dropped 36.
He's always he was run for that for the longest time for a reason. He's
one thing I loved. It's more so of a pick. I loved the Pelicans' overall draft. I loved what they did.
I think that they identified that they didn't need DeAndre Hunter type because you're getting Zion at 1, you have Ingram.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Lonzo's a combo guy.
Yep.
They have
you don't really need another.
two-way
You don't really
player.
need another wing or.
Drew Holiday still, man.
You have Drew, so I think
You got a
they
better-
identified
better
their need
point
at a
guard.
big.
Yep.
They
For sure.
traded down, got their guy Hayes that they really liked, got an extra pick out of it,
Yep.
drafted Nikhil something.
Alexander Walker, kid from
Bench
Virginia.
guy, bench
No,
piece.
he's very
He's a
good.
good player too.
I think they had a what's that guy's name? Griffin? David Griffin?
Yeah.
I think that he's one of the best.
Yep.
I think he had a great night for the Pels.
I like how young they are, and they're all going to be able to develop together.
They're going through a rebuild right now, which getting Zion Williams definitely helps. Getting a
Zion Williams,
It's a
Williamson.
once-in-a-lifetime player right there.
And they're all gonna
Supposedly.
they're gonna be able to play a lot of minutes too because they're nice and young.
I thought they would have traded Drew too.
Yeah.
He's 29.
It's
Maximize his value.
long off season, man.
You're right.
Zion, Bi, Lonzo, Josh Hart, Drew Holiday.
Josh Hart's a good bench piece too.
I like Josh Hart.
bench piece.
Yeah.
I don't like him as an offense. I think he's a defensive kind of.
Yeah, no, he'd give you a good 24
kind of like
game.
kind of like a Marcus Smart,
Yeah.
except I don't know. Marcus Smart can get hot. I don't think Josh Hart can. But that's beside the point. They're like really, really young. I think they're the youngest team. They
have like the projected youngest starting 5 right now. I'm pretty sure.
Wow,
Don't quote me on that.
they're all like.
And they could be in play for another big man.
Yeah.
In free agency.
And they're not. It's not like they're young, developing players who are just like bad. Like Lonzo's a great 2-way. Zion's obviously, we know what he is.
Yeah.
BI can get you 23, 25 on any given night.
Something after All-Star break last year, he's averaging 27 a game.
Yeah.
That kid needs to eat some food though.
Yeah, but he's still young, even though he's been in the league for so many years. The age is still, it's like.
I think the Pelicans could have
Was
gotten.
he queer with all of his medical shit?
I'm not positive.
Yeah, I know that was like a huge deal.
And it's not like it was an injury; it was like blood clots, and
it was what Chris Bosh had.
It's tough.
Literally almost killed Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
But
the Pelicans are definitely looking good for the future. They definitely have something going.
I think they really gave Zion a new outlook because there were reports out after the lottery that Zion wasn't really too thrilled about going to NOLA. He wanted to be in New York or LA.
Yeah, did you see his reaction when the lottery was announced? He wasn't going
wasn't
nuts.
too excited.
Just sitting there like, cool.
But I think now that they kind of gave him a young team.
Some pieces around him.
They told him their game plan. He clearly liked it, the direction that they're heading in right now. So it should be interesting. They're definitely
him and AD would have been scary.
That
would have been fun.
Him and AD would have been scary.
Yeah, get some low budget 3-point shooters around them. I think they would have been fine either way.
Yeah.
But I think that's enough on the NBA draft.
1 sec, I just want to say one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Admiral Schofield going to Philadelphia, tremendous pick.
Coming in, very good year.
One, he's very good in general. Him and Williams.
Yep.
Ooh, they are cooking at Tennessee.
I can't be happy for anything Philadelphia.
Well, no, I'm a big. He's coming into the league and he already has the coolest name out there. Admiral Schofield is the coolest name on the goddamn planet.
That's true.
I'm naming my child Admiral. That's just his sick name.
Denver Nuggets won the NBA draft.
Stop.
Bol Bol was such a
future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
First.
Bol was a bit of a. He's a bit of a steal.
Dude, he was lottery coming out of before this year started. He was lottery.
He's not going to play a second of basketball this year, though.
You don't think so?
No.
We got Taco Fall. I think he's better than Bol.
No, Bol's wet.
Taco Fall has some meat on him. Bol is like skin and bones.
3.
Yeah,
he's a steal. For where 40s, 50s overall.
50.
Like
late
40s.
44.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's picked 2 picks after.
No, it's a good value.
Why not just take a chance? How are all those teams just not taking a chance on a
it's your second round pick?
It's also
just take a chance.
Those guys don't do well in the modern NBA right now.
But the chances,
tall skinny guys. Look at the big centers that dominate. Boogie, Embiid, they're big guys.
More second round picks fail.
No, it's a good value
succeed.
Pick.
So just take a chance.
Yeah,
you should have went first pick, second round.
I think it was sort of also like a draft day situation where he went, he didn't go, and guys they were just like, oh, we're not even gonna take a chance.
Little too. It dropped a lot.
What was he? 11 and he
25 goes to the Blazers, but
good pick though. It's a value pick. You get a guy that's supposed to go to 11 at 25.
And honestly, in the NBA draft, you don't know really how good a player is until they hit the NBA.
Yeah.
You can make predictions and everything, but Donovan Mitchell, nobody expected anything from him, and then he was a Rookie of the Year candidate, and he's still going to be a future NBA star.
Shut up, Ben Simmons.
One of my favorite things to do, though, is to look back at former drafts and just be like, wow, oh, good God, the Yankees are beating the Red Sox 14-6 right now.
Oh, man.
I'm a puddle of tears.
All right. Well, we're going to shift to the next topic here, kind of an NBA special episode. We're going to move on to free agency.
Tomorrow, right?
Definitely drops tomorrow.
Oh, man. This is going to be, dude, it's historic. It really is.
This is the best time of the
year. There was what?
It's historic.
NBA free
200 free agents. 40%
like
of the league is a free agent going into Sunday.
I am
It's
hyped.
absurd.
This is the best time of the year. It's like Christmas. Only
It
in
is.
July.
It is
There were
insane.
updates on the Warriors plan on giving
Yeah,
Klay
max.
Thompson the 190 million max, so he's kind of off the table for other teams. I don't think he's even gonna meet with anybody else because they're more than
a
likely
Warrior,
gonna.
man.
He's
Yeah.
locked in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him and
Through
Steph
and
aren't
through.
going anywhere anytime soon.
Kawhi talks with the Lakers.
Dude,
They
they're-
freed up the max.
The
Yeah.
Lakers are becoming like as big a threats as like the Clippers.
I mean, I don't want to believe anything that I really hear because it was like KD to the Knicks. That's it. That's done and
Yeah.
it's said.
Now
And now it's like toss up. He's
Nets.
going to the Nets, Knicks, where Clippers,
Well,
wherever.
he's just worried about where people won't bully him.
Yeah.
Where he would go.
It's more of a
Somebody
emotional
thinking that he's gonna
decision.
miss the whole next year. Somebody knowing
Yeah.
that he's gonna
Yeah.
miss that year.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I still pay Kevin Durant to miss a year. 'Cause
I'd
when he-
100% pay Kevin Durant
when
to
he
miss a
comes
year.
back.
Like,
He's Kevin
It's
Durant.
Kevin Durant.
it's
It's the
even
best.
if he doesn't have the same explosiveness
That's-
off that
yeah.
Achilles, like he still like has one of the most, if not the most pure shot
Yeah.
in the league.
He could stand flat on the ground and most people
Yeah.
still wouldn't be able to contest his shot.
Modern medicine's crazy though.
What else is
That
there?
is also true.
Kyrie, where do you think he's gonna
Kyrie
I think
will
he's
be a
locked in.
net.
Yeah.
go? Kyrie will be in that.
Kyrie
He's
will
locked
be a
in
net.
Brooklyn.
Don't put it on Kyrie. Might be playing in the China League. He's such a goddamn
Somebody
weirdo.
who did- he's a fool.
I'm get him out of my fucking city. I'm sick of Kyrie.
I still think I don't know. I think it's a toss up for a bunch of different free agents. Like Kawhi could go to the Clippers, Lakers, Toronto,
Yep.
maybe Knicks. We don't know because there's reports that him and KD have been talking about playing together. Kyrie and KD have been talking about playing together, and LeBron and AD wanted to be part of the pitch to Kawhi about playing for the Lakers.
Yeah.
But apparently Kawhi didn't want any part of that. He
Yeah.
wanted just Magic and Genie Bus as the non-official pitch because that would be Magic can't be part of it. I don't think.
Yeah, no, because he's no longer the president of basketball operations. But it should be interesting. Kyrie, I think, is a net. I think that one's a lock. The rest is kind of up in the air.
I think Kemba's a Celtic.
I also think Kemba will
I think
be
that's
a
done.
Boston Celtic. I think, yeah.
I'm
They said
very
he's
excited.
leaving At 6 o'clock tomorrow, as soon as they can, they're
Yeah.
offering him. I think he's ready to sign. I don't think he's gonna wait.
Yeah, I think
Lock
that's,
him on that plane.
I-
don't
Get him here.
Make him
I
put
think-
his forge the signature.
I think-
I don't care.
I think
Whatever.
Kemba's going to be the first big sign of the free agency.
Shut off your
Mhm.
phone so LeBron's not texting you or
Yeah.
anyone else. Get the deal done. I want Kemba. He's gonna be what Kyrie
He's 29.
should have been.
Yeah.
So we're
He's
gonna
2
be-
years older.
We're going to be.
He's a
paying
lot
him
more
till
mature
he's
than
33.
Kyrie.
This
This
is
isn't
4 or
bad.
5 years. I don't care.
He'll have probably a little drop off, but you know what? Look at Mike Conley. He's 32. Still,
Conley still.
Still a
I
top
still
10
like
point
Conley,
guard.
You know,
Kemba's known what it is, what it's like to lead a team with a bunch of bums around you,
yeah.
and now he's gonna be able to lead a team
Dude,
with some stars.
how about like the Hornets not wanting to pay him?
That's
Yeah.
that's
Well,
wild.
He didn't.
The max.
He said
190
he'd
million.
sit
It
out.
was
like
crazy.
like
I mean-
the super max. Like he said,
Yeah.
he doesn't really. He said he'd fine taking a pay cut, but they just
But
gave him
you low-
way
low
too
ball.
low.
you lowball him, and he's literally picked up your friend. He's literally
I would have given him a supermax
Yeah.
if I was Charlotte. He's your only hope. He's the only reason you've played. Have they
Yeah.
even played in a playoff game in the past?
No.
now they're
5 years?
losing him for nothing.
They've been what,
I
like the
can't
9
remember
seed
the last
3
time.
times.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think Kemba's too good of a player to sit out of the playoffs his entire career. If he did re-sign with the Hornets,
I would
they
hope
A,
he-
wouldn't have had enough talent around him to make it to the playoffs, and B, they wouldn't have had enough money after the Supermax to
Yeah.
really even build a
Wasn't
team
a
around
big
him.
name.
It's also Charlotte. Like it's a small market. They're
Yeah.
not really like attracting.
You
any-
can't build a brand.
Yeah, big. I mean, like having Michael Jordan as your owner helps, but the fact that they're still not getting players and Michael Jordan is your pitch man, like
Mhm.
really says how just shitty Charlotte.
Greatest
must
player of all time, worst manager of all
Oh
time,
my God! What a
or
bum.
owner. But I think Kemba to the Celtics. It's one of the 3 biggest sports cities in the United States, and I couldn't be more excited. Like you said, he's going to be what Kyrie should have been because he's more mature.
I think he's a better. I was reading something. He's a better off-ball shooter too. Like
Yeah.
Isaiah was.
Mhm.
He'd come off those screens.
Remember
Yeah.
when
threes.
Kemba cooked us
Yeah,
this
60.
year?
60.
Yeah, a smooth 60. But
You know,
I
18
think
point comeback. in the fourth.
I also
I bet
think
on that
Kemba
game.
in the locker room is
I
just
bet
going to be a
on
lot
that.
better.
Yeah, no drama around that guy.
Harry's such a goddamn weirdo.
Dude, he's literally going to go ruin another franchise.
Yeah.
Look
Honestly.
at the Nets are. I know you can't really say they're like us because they gave all their picks away, but they're a very similar team to what we were.
Young talent.
Young Karras, Jared Allen, Hollis
Young
Jefferson,
talent.
like guys that are like on the come up, and he's gonna go there, and I personally think he's gonna go ruin it.
He's gonna
get
flop.
there,
You got to hope
He's
somebody
not a-
goes with him.
especially if KD doesn't go.
He's a co-star.
If
Harry's a
KD goes,
co-star.
it's a different story.
He
Also,
does well when he's next to somebody.
Especially if D'Lo like leaves, like that just shows their front office is just like, oh hey, you know, we like resurrected this kid's career and made him an all-star. Well, yeah, we dished him out of town, and now we got this other guy who thinks the Earth's flat.
There was I was seeing stat comparisons between the two players, and like D'Lo's points per game were barely lower than Kyrie's. I think Kyrie had 23 and D'Lo had 21, and then it was similar assists and rebounds. So I don't know why they would ship D'Lo out of there when he's basically as good, if not better, than Kyrie would be in their system because he's already used to it. Again, Kyrie's a fucking toxic little piece of shit that's just gonna come in here and ruin everything. I hate that guy so much. He came in there were people saying, oh man, like no one's gonna beat this Celtics team. Kyrie's just too good. Gordon Hayward, man.
Dude,
and then
I love
literally
the report yesterday that came out about when the Celtics season ended.
He didn't sign those.
They asked the team to sign like basketballs that go to like their sponsors and charity stuff like that, and everyone on the team but Kyrie signed those basketballs. Kyrie
He's
said,
such a
"I don't want to do
douche."
that."
It's literally quotes. Kyrie said, "No, I'm all set. I don't want to do that."
That's-
Dude, so when the season ended, he literally checked out. He was like, "Goodbye." As soon as it ended, he was like, "See you
walking
later."
down the tunnel early, like
LeBron.
yeah.
Where do you think he learned it from? In Cleveland.
And the thing is, he like talk shit about LeBron's antics all you want, but he has like
Oh boy.
he's set himself in history already. Kyrie thinks that he has, but he hasn't.
Devin wearing his LeBron jersey right now.
It's not a casting couch podcast if Devin's not sucking off LeBron.
No, I'm trying to just
I
make
didn't
a
know we
point.
tuned into ESPN.
I'm trying to make a point about Kyrie just thinking that he's on LeBron's level.
Matt just almost broke a chair.
I almost
We're gonna
broke
cut
a
that.
chair. I'm so mad.
Lean forward.
You gotta lay off the donuts there, Matty boy.
All right, you're good. But yeah, Kyrie just is. We had a topic on the first podcast we did about how NBA players are too soft, and I think Kyrie leads the bunch. Of
Nah, Chris Paul.
okay, fair enough.
Chris
Making
Paul.
fun
Isn't
of-
he the?
Making fun of James
He's
Harden.
like the leader of the players union, isn't he?
He's
Yeah.
the president of the Players
Yeah.
Association,
He's
and
softy.
He's so two-faced.
Where's Al Horford going?
He wanted to go to the. I've heard reports about us
Milwaukee?
signing him and trading him.
yeah, doing a sign and trade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good. I'll
to
take
the
that.
76ers because he wants to go there for whatever reason. I thought he was kind of loyal to the Celtics when he in his time here, but
I love Al. I mean, his contract was starting to get bad because of the age, but
He was still doing his
15 and
thing.
10 every game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
game.
he's clockwork.
Yeah,
It's,
and he
every
was a
time.
leader.
yeah, he was a big time leader, and I think he was a good mentor to
I was really
the
looking-
Time Lord.
Yeah.
But
more time for him now.
we can't
Yeah,
give him.
playing time.
We just can't give him like 30 off the bat, though. We need to like ease him into
Yeah,
playing.
like sign. My perfect case scenario for the Celtics right now is Boogie really was ring chasing. Go sign Boogie for that $3 million.
Oh, yeah.
For that 1 year.
Boogie.
He was ring chasing and he didn't get it.
I
Now,
mean,
if you
yeah.
bring in Kemba and say, hey, look at DeMarcus, we have this roster. If you sign 1 year, $3 million, we might run the East.
It's definitely an
Yeah,
attractive
especially
roster.
Kawhi and the Raptors kind of split up. They lose a few guys over there because even Danny Green over there. I would love a guy like Danny Green too.
Yeah, Danny
Doesn't
Green.
require a lot of money.
No, and
The
he's a
fact
good
that
bench
Danny
guy.
Green
Comes-
was a throw-in in that trade was outrageous.
He's
That
a
was the
good
worst
player.
trade.
He was a good player with the Spurs too.
I mean, I think the Celtics are a team where you can take a bunch of low budget players and put them in a Brad Stevens system
Mhm.
and make them work. Look at Isaiah Thomas. Like he was,
Jay Crowder.
yeah, Jay
I
Crowder.
love- I
Like
miss
they
Jay
look
Crowder so
nice.
much.
It's kind of like the Patriots almost. They
Yeah.
put them in a special system. They go ship off somewhere else and they're bums. Exactly.
$70 million.
Hey, it's the best
Absurd.
5, not the 5 best.
That's true. But I guess we'll just transition into some Celtics talk, how we think they're going to do next season.
I wanted to hear where we all think KD and
Okay.
Kawhi are going. Predictions.
Dev, you start. Both of them.
I think Kawhi is going to re-sign with the Raptors on a shorter deal.
One
I
year?
don't think he's going to suit. I think he'll either do a 2-year or 1 year with a player option, because I think when it all comes down to it, after he hears all the pitches, he's going to think, I just solo ran the East. Kind of solo, like he had Siakam and Marc Gasol behind him, Kyle Lowry, but it was his show.
Uh-huh.
I think the players there can pitch to him, hey, you came here, we thought it was going to be a 1-year rental, and we won a fucking championship. And I think he's not a big, I don't think he'd be a big money guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he'd prioritize winning over any sort of money. So my prediction is either a 2-year deal or a 1 year with a player option for Kawhi. And I do think KD, his best option would probably be the Knicks, or to team up with Kyrie in
KD?
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I do think he's going to go to the Knicks. That's my prediction.
I think they're both going to end up with the Clippers. They're both going to sign to the Clippers. There's been a lot of talk of them teaming up right now, and
I agree with Billy 100%. I think they're both going to go to the Clippers. I think just what Jerry West is building there, and like, I think they're just going to team up, and it's going to be like, basically, Kawhi, you can run this team by yourself next year, and then 2 years from now, we're going to give you Kevin Durant. Like, how does that sound? He's probably like, I like this very much.
There's one guy in the league that can stop Durant.
Yeah.
And not stop, but can contain.
Yeah.
And it's Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
As much as I want to say KD to the Nets and Kawhi to the, my initial thought was Lakers once I saw reports, but I think what Liam just said. I think Kawhi can go to the Clippers and literally be on a team almost just like the Raptors.
The
young
budget,
young guys around him.
Montrezl Harrell,
Shea Gilgeous.
Better city.
Yeah.
Not to chirp Toronto.
Hometown.
Pile of dog shit.
And then a year later, KD.
Bruins fan over here.
KD comes. I think they're both Clippers.
I do.
Yeah.
One of them will end up
Tomorrow?
no matter what.
Dude, KD always takes a while.
Yeah.
He's gonna ruin my 4th of July this year, just like 3 years ago.
When he
Remember
signed
that,
the
dude?
Warriors.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna ruin my 4th of July.
I remember just refreshing Twitter. It's like,
and it finally came off. And didn't Gordon sign on?
No,
4th of
he
July?
signed. Yeah.
No,
4th
he
of
signed
July
the
last year. Yeah, he did. Because I remember I was
It's
cooking
always the
some
4th of July
burgers.
is a
And I got that.
big move.
The best was when Woj tweeted it out before Gordon Hayward even knew he signed it.
He wasn't even like,
Yeah.
his agent was probably like, yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
And then Gordon was like,
Woj bombs.
Woj is the man. But yeah, KD's just gonna ruin our 4th of July.
Yeah, I think the only people that are going to sign on Sunday are Kemba and Clay. Because,
Not Kyrie.
I think
Kyrie's
Kyrie's also going to ruin our 4th of July. They
Kyrie's
hate
gonna drag
America.
it.
Yeah.
Noted Kyrie and KD, noted terrorists.
Because I think Kyrie's decision is also swayed by either KD
what KD
or
does,
yeah.
yes.
So I think he's still into going to the Nets on his own, whether people go with him or not.
Bum,
But
dude.
he's like Liam said, he's a weird guy. He could do anything.
I heard there's a quote from him when he got drafted, rookie year. He's like, yeah, I could see myself retiring at 30 and then just traveling the world.
He said that. He did
I'm
say
like,
that.
you're such a weirdo.
He's always been one of the guys that wants to retire early. He's always
Man, I'm
he doesn't
dead.
want to play for a long time. Man, I'm dead.
But yeah, it should be an interesting next couple of days with all the moves. But I'm gonna miss Al so goddamn much.
So those are some predictions on free agency, and we're going to just transition to some overall Celtics talk for next season, how we think it's going to go. And I think we got a lot of third-year, second-year talent that can honestly run the East if they get their own jobs secured for what they're supposed to do in Brad Stevens' system. Because that's what happened when they made that playoff run and took Cleveland to 7 games. So, what do you guys think?
I think a lot of it also depends on what we do with Terry. I don't know if we're just gonna let him walk.
And Terry's not.
He's an RFA.
They just made him like
They
5
didn't.
minutes ago. They made him restricted.
Okay, yeah. So he's still an RFA.
Yep. They didn't.
All right,
they
so
didn't,
we can
release
keep.
him.
Yeah, we can keep him if we really
can match
want to.
whatever we
He's
want.
probably going to demand a trade if we keep him.
I don't know. I think his major problem was with Kyrie. I think
Yeah.
they definitely didn't get along, especially being 2 point guards
that's
like
true.
that. But I personally don't want to keep Terry because he's going to ask for too much money.
Yeah.
That's true.
And the offer we do match
Yeah.
is going to be
Obviously, if the
7-9.
money's there, it's just like a factor. But even still, like I'm fine with just Smart running the one. But I think this team. I don't think this year's the year. I think next year's the year. I think next year's just gonna be getting Juice and Tatum off and running, like getting them to the next stage, getting Robin Williams to the next stage, getting just everyone up, getting Langford minutes, and hopefully, with the addition of Kemba, we'll maybe be. I'm like predicting like right around like a 4, maybe a 3 seed, and then probably go to the second round and hopefully make a little run. But I think next year, 2 years from now, is the year that we're gonna actually do a title push.
I think that it's still Tatum's team. Regardless of Kemba coming, I think that the minute Kyrie leaves, I think it transitions to Tatum's team. I mean, he's been here for 2 years. He had a ridiculous playoff run his rookie year. He kind of had a little drop back his sophomore year. I think he needs to take off and run this team. I think he could be a star, a legit star. The trade rumors are behind him. He's going to be a Celtic. It's time to go. Like, you got to go be that star that we've been talking about the past 2
It's gonna be
years.
his third year like that.
And Kemba can be that too, along with Jalen.
Brown, Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
Whoever we bring in free agency after with the money we have left.
I think Gordon Hayward's going to be able to establish himself without Kyrie in the system, because trying to get 2 players coming off injuries back into a system like Brad Stevens, which is very specific. It's not like, all right, go out and get yours and we'll just win games based off of talent. I think Gordon Hayward's going to be able to come back into his own. And he's probably going to score about, I don't know, only 12, maybe 13 points a game at his best, just because we have so much talent. Like Kemba's going to go for 21, 22, maybe even more. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, 15, 16 maybe.
Yeah.
And, I mean, everybody has their spot on the team. And I definitely think we're one of the more well-rounded teams in the East. Every big team in the East has their superstar. Kawhi if he resigns.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Sixers are going to be able to keep Tobias Harris and Jimmy Butler.
Butler's already gone.
Butler's out the door.
So it's going to be probably just Embiid, because Ben Simmons blows. I fucking hate that guy. He's so
shoot
bad.
a 3, you coward.
I'm waiting for them to trade him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised
He's
if they moved
big
him.
trade value.
Oh, big time. Especially for a
Like-
low market team.
Yeah.
You
Imagine on,
needed
like the Pelicans.
Big trade
Oh.
value.
you
there.
need
That'd
a
be
jump
nice,
shot
dude.
in this NBA. It's literally live and die by the 3.
Yeah.
If you can't shoot a 3 and you're a point guard, like we're seeing Chris Paul just fade into nothing because he's like the last true point guard.
The Rockets like called every team and were just like, hey, Chris Paul, and every team was like, hey, no.
Yeah.
But I think we're moving into an era of the NBA. It's almost like positionless.
Yeah.
All big time.
I think the Celtics really started that. Like
yeah,
they're, because like Marcus Smart, he's like a point guard kind of, but like not really. We
I
don't
feel
even
like
know
the
what he
only
is.
position
He's
you
a-
could really
he's a center
say
in a point guard's
is still
body.
real as a point guard.
Yeah, true point guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, true one. Yeah.
There's a few guys.
They're
like
center.
that,
Look
so.
at Embiid. Like, he can shoot. He
Mhm.
does it's like crazy
Centers
what these
also-
guys are like coming
centers.
to be.
Centers fade easy
Yeah.
because of the work that they put on
Yeah.
their body. Like all centers, how many centers are really good after the age of 30?
Especially if
Kareem
you're
Abdul-Jabbar.
like,
That's it. There's you guys.
He played
I'm
till he
talking
was
about-
42.
But there's modern NBA guys don't make it there. They all
Yeah.
drop off because of the wear. Even Embiid, look at the wear and tear. But he can't make it to the play. Every time
Yeah,
he plays throw around, he's hurt.
Embiid will never play 80 games in a season.
He can't. It's too much wear and tear.
I'm sure
on the body
Kareem was
like that.
fit. Like Shaq let himself go. That's why he cut his career short.
Shaq was so goddamn fat.
Embiid is like probably 300 pounds. and just all that weight going on knees all the time. It's just they're gonna go eventually.
Yeah,
He's already like
every year he's always
he's gonna turn into Gronk.
He's hurt.
He's gonna have surgery after surgery. He's gonna be a robot, and he's not gonna be any sort of player like he was.
If the Sixers are smart, they'd like do what like the MLB does, like with pitchers, and like basically do innings like limits on him. But like the basketball version of that, like don't have him play past 40 minutes. Like,
minute
I
restrictions.
don't care if you're in a game or not. Like take him out. Like only have him play 60 games. Like
they've been talking about lowering the season to 70 games too. And there's also a challenge now in the NBA too.
Jesus, 15-6 right now.
Yeah.
The NBA is changing. It's positionless.
It's just gonna be a big blob.
It's 7-footers that can shoot threes and drive to the hoop whenever they want, and they can score whenever they want. That's who dominates the league right now. 7-footers that can get to the hoop.
Yeah.
Curry's meeting with the Warriors GM in New York to meet with Kevin Durant.
Makes a lot of sense. I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Durant resigned, to be honest.
Yeah.
For a year?
No.
Did
he
go there next
year?
year?
Yeah, he opted out of his player.
Just for 2 and take
Option.
all
I mean,
shit money.
Iggy thinks that he's staying.
I don't know why he didn't opt in. Just sit for a
I think
year.
he just wants the guaranteed
You
years.
would also like screw the Warriors by doing that too.
I guess. I
But
mean,
they also kind of screwed
it's
him,
his his right. The
screwed him,
doctors
so.
fucked him over with
They did screw him over.
his Achilles. Like,
do you see what Iguodala said too? About his broken leg, and they labeled it as a bone bruise.
Mhm.
The Warriors
Iggy
got some
loves
problems
stirring
with
the
those.
pot.
Yeah.
I think it's
Always
NBA
chimes
doctors in
in.
general.
Yeah.
Because they're all trying to they work for their teams. They're trying to push the players out to.
But it's like every sport too. It's also playoff time. You don't want to be sitting out.
Yeah.
It's you look at like I can't even use it because hockey players are lunatics, but hockey players.
Broken jaw.
Those injury lists come out at the end of the year. It's ridiculous. It's the same for every sport though. Football, basketball. You know how many knee injuries these guys are battling? They just don't say because they don't want teams to know that they've got a hurt knee. Because it's you got 2 weeks left and your season's done. You got to play it.
Woj just tweeting that Kemba is on his way to the
Boston.
Celtics to finalize the deal. I know you said
By
it.
tomorrow.
What?
That's so
Oh,
sick.
baby.
I-
That jersey's already in the mail.
I'm buying that as soon as it drops. I haven't bought a Celtics jersey in
I gotta burn my
quite
battery.
some
Dude,
time.
I want to customize one that says cardiac instead of Walker.
Yes,
That'd be
that's what I was
sick,
thinking.
Dude.
He was my favorite college player before Carson Edwards.
Carson Edwards. Your favorite college player is Carson Edwards? You're buying him that hard?
I love that man with all my heart.
Also, wait, another fact on the NBA. All the GMs are stupid for not signing Ethan Happ or drafting Ethan Happ in any way,
Wisconsin,
shape, or
right?
form. Oh, yeah.
Isn't he a big white guy?
Oh, it's the only thing Wisconsin breeds, man.
Hot trash.
Frank the Tank, bro.
Frank the Tank.
Shout out Wisconsin.
Frank the Tank was nasty in college. Though.
Sam Decker.
Yeah, that team was nasty.
They win.
Beat Kentucky, lost to Duke.
Lost
Joel
to Duke.
Logan.
Yep.
That's a team that
Justice Winslow's on that team, too.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. Duke was nasty that year.
Grayson Allen, that was his coming out party. Because he's gay.
I hate that man.
Sorry to gay people out there.
Is he on the Jazz now?
Yeah.
He's
No,
up
he
and
got
down.
traded.
Did he get traded?
Yeah, he was in the
Grizzlies.
Conley trade.
Grizzlies?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Ooh, interesting.
Him and Ja.
Any last points from anybody?
I think we're seeing
And it's
an
gonna be crazy.
historic
be
week or
crazy.
two.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Best time of the year.
Best time. It's Christmas in July.
But yeah,
All right, that's gonna wrap it up.
shout out Liam, shout out Billy. Thanks for coming on.
This has
Yeah,
been
You're very welcome, man.
Welcome back. You can come back anytime you want. Loved having you.
all right. And that's a wrap on Inside the Locker Room. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.